Okay, let's start. Oma Gyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Sakshurumilitanyena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitanyena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Andeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsta Shri Rupa Sagrajata Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanasaidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padasagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jajapate Gopesha Gopeka Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kipasindubhya cha Pachitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So you are welcome to this wonderful, beautiful week. The first full week of the January 2025. Haribo. So let's start our sloka recitation. I can see Mother Lakshmi is very excited to recite. Very good. Good. Who wants to start? Mother Angel, you want to break the ice?
No,
I don't want to bother you. I don't want to bother you. Maybe Mother Nyarika wants to start because she's smiling. Yes, please go ahead.
Chapter 9, verse 34. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajimam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktaivam atmana matparayanaha. Translation: engage your mind always thinking of me, become my devotee, and what was that? Wow, yeah. Sorry. Once again, the English translation. Engage your mind always thinking of me, engage your mind always thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances unto me and worship me, be completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Hare Krishna.
Haribo, thank you. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Yes, Mananiki, please go ahead.
Okay, chapter 9, text 34. Manmana bhava madbhakto mad yaji mam namaskuru. Is that it? Mam evaishasi yuktevam atmanam matparayanaha. Translation: engage your mind always thinking of me. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Hare Krishna.
Haribo, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Next.
Ganesh Prabhu.
Yes.
9.34. Manmana madhava bhakto madhyaji mam namaskoro. What next? Namaskoro mam ibasasi yuktaivam.
Atmanam matparayanaha.
Atmanam matparayanaha. Translation: engage your mind thinking of engage your mind thinking always of me. Become my devotee.
Yes. Offer obeisances to me.
Offer obeisances to me and
worship me.
Being completely absorbing me.
Surely you will come to me.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Mother Angel she's trying because I don't know how many of you have experienced tooth pain before. If you have tooth pain, you cannot think of anything. You see, so it's not easy for her to memorize now because she's having teeth pain. Okay, sorry, huh? Okay, someone else.
I'll go, Prabhu.
Yes, Madam Lakshmi.
Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mameveshasi yuktavai atmanam madparayanaha. Translation: engage your mind, always thinking in me. Always thinking in me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me. Worship me. Being all
Be completely.
Completely absorbed in me. Surely you'll come to me. Hare Krishna.
Haribo, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Now, Mother Lakshmi, she's improving in her recitation. Very good.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes. Who wants to go next? Mother Tripura, you are not ready?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'm not ready. I'll do tomorrow.
You are not ready? Okay. Mother Meganand, you are not ready?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You are not ready. It's okay. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Let's quickly go through what we decided what we did last week. Then we can start our presentation. Let me check the names of the people in the different groups. Like I said, I'm going to set the principle for marking before we start. All of us are going to be the judge, okay? So please take your pen and paper. You are going to be the judge. Take your pen and paper. Okay, I'm not going to be the only one to judge, okay? And quickly, I'm going to give you brief how you are going to make your feedback. All of us, we are going to give feedback. I want us to learn how to give feedback. So I'm going to teach us how to give feedback, okay? So we have those who are going to summarize chapter 9, 1 to 12, Tripura Mataji, Chaitanya Chandra. I know Chaitanya Chandra is not here. He's in Australia, so I don't need to bother about him. It's in Australia, so you know when you're out of the facility where you are doing something, you will be in your own world. So we don't need to bother about him for now. He will be doing something else in Australia there. Mother Lakshmi, also you are in that group. And then in group 2, we have Mother Angel and Ashaya. Okay. And then group 3, we have Mother Niharika and Nikki. Okay. So the rule for feedback is when I ask you to give feedback to a person, I'm going to pick names. I may not call everyone. I'll just call few for individual. I may not call everyone because it's going to take so much time. Okay. So the rule for giving feedback is called burger. Have you eaten burger before? How many of you have eaten Hare Krishna burger? Okay. Oh, Chaitanya Chandra is here. This guy will live long. It is said when you call somebody's name and the person appear, means that the person will live long. Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu, I just mentioned your name and you appear. Means that you will live long life. I was thinking you are completely absorbed in something else in Australia. I say I will not bother about you today, but it just appeared. Haribo. So I'm saying that we are going to give feedback to other devotees, and I'm trying to define the rules for giving feedback. So the way we give feedback is called burger. You know burger? Everyone knows burger? Let me put the picture of burger because people are not talking, so maybe they don't know it. Let me put it so that we can see it. If you know it, I'm sure you will talk. Okay. People are not talking because they don't know burger. Let me show it. I'm still not hearing any voice, so it means that nobody know about it. Let me bring the picture. Do we know burger? Nobody's talking.
Yes, we do, Prabhu.
Huh?
We do.
But nobody talk in the beginning. Maybe I should show you the picture so that your mouth become watery. By seeing it, you may like to eat also. But make sure you eat vegetarian one. Okay. Have you seen this before? How many of you seen my picture?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can see it.
Okay. Thank you very much. At least somebody talk now. Okay. So giving feedback is like a burger. When you want to give big feedback to somebody's presentation, first, you must say something good about the presentation. Number one, that is number one principle. Okay? First principle, you will say something good. You must find something good in that presentation. Are you getting my point? You find something good in that presentation, you mention it. You are very good at this, you are very good at that, you are very good at this. You mention specifically, not that you are very good, your presentation is okay, you didn't mention something specifically. No, something specifically has to be mentioned. You are very good in this particular point. Okay, you mention it. Then you don't use negative words. You will now say room for improvement. Okay, that is what you use. Say room for improvement. I think if you do more like this next time, your presentation will become more mature or more perfect, something like that. Okay. Then you now add it with another bread under. All in law, and everything is good. Then you say something good again about it. Do you understand? Do you understand the point? Do you get it? I'm not hearing any voice.
Yes,
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 Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
Okay, sometimes we should just make use of our mic and speak so that we know that you are hearing me. Sometimes network go off and I don't know whether you are hearing me. Okay, is that understood? Giving feedback?
Yes.
Understood.
Okay, so that's how to give feedback. We don't criticize, we don't attack anyone. When you want to give feedback, you say something good about the presentation, then you tell the person the room for improvements. Then you will now tell the person something good about the presentation again. No negative words. We are not here to attack anyone, to bring anybody down. We are here to encourage everybody to do better. You understand the point? So that is how to give feedback. Generally, that is how to correct people in general. You can apply it in everyday to-day life also. When you want to correct some people and you don't want them to be hungry, because when you correct people negatively, they become hungry. So when you want to correct people, you don't want them to be hungry, you say something good about what they have been doing or what you have seen them doing. Then you can suggest room for improvement, what you see that they are doing wrong. Then you say, apart from that, you are always a wonderful person. The person will never be hungry with you. Okay? Okay, let's continue. So you want to start? Okay, Mother Tripura, Chitra Chandra Prabhu, Lakshmi Mataji, your name is number one. So who want to start?
Anyone.
It's not anyone. I didn't say anyone. I mentioned three names. You are all in one number. You are in group one. You are in a group one. So one of you have to start. It's not anyone. Who wants to start? I'm the one asking the question now.
Okay, Prabhuji, I'll start.
Okay, very good. So Mother Tripura will start. Okay, Mother Tripura starts.
Just a second. Give me a second. I'll share the screen.
So now everybody listen attentively. Like I said, we are all going to give our feedback. Is that okay? So you have to listen very attentively.
Network. Sorry, my network was breaking.
Any problem, Ata? Or that Tripura, is any problem in sharing?
Wait, I'll turn on.
Prabhuji, I'll fix my network. Maybe someone
Yeah,
can
yeah.
do.
We are not hearing from you, so.
Turn on.
Yeah.
Maybe someone can continue. I'll just fix my network.
Huh?
Maybe someone can go on with the presentation. I'll fix my network, Prabhuji.
Oh, okay. Chitan Chandra Prabhu, you want to start?
Yeah, I speak.
Want to go
Okay,
on?
please go ahead.
Okay. So I am speaking about chapter 9, most confidential knowledge, I believe is the title. So is someone
You
doing a
believe.
timer or
You
is
believe.
there
You
a
are not
time?
sure. Yeah, time is there. Let me time you. Thank you for
Who's
reminding
timing?
me. Wait, 1 minute, 1 minute, wait. But you are not sure. You say you believe.
Yes.
Oh, you are not sure of the name of the title of what you are presenting, Prabhu. You believe.
No, I mean, sorry, I should be more professional. Sorry. I thought this is more.
Okay, sorry. Actually, I'm not supposed to correct you because that should be part of the feedback. Sorry. I'm waiting. I'm looking for my timers. 1 minute. Let me look for my timer.
You drink medicine later.
Just 1 minute, Prabhu. Okay, I got my timer. Yeah. So no more correction in the beginning again. I'm not going to say anything again. So whatever you say, we'll take it like that. Then we'll use it to give you feedback. Okay, so you have
Okay.
5 minutes, Prabhu. Let's
Okay,
start.
sige po. Okay, so chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge. Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is speaking here. He is explaining that Pravakshami Anasuyave. So he is speaking to Arjuna because he is not envious. He is not envious of this knowledge that he is imparting to Arjuna. So that is a qualification for one to understand Bhakti Yoga, to understand devotional service, and for one to engage in devotional service. So, moving on to verse 2, then Krishna explains Rajavidyam, Rajaguyam, Pavitra, Idamuttamam, Pratyaksha, Bhagavam, Dharmam, Susukam, Kartam, Avayam. So, he explained this is the king of all knowledge. It's most confidential, and it is the most pure, and it is the perfection of all religion, and it is directly perceived through realization. So in that verse, there's explanation that one can only understand devotional service by engaging practically in devotional service. Then the realization will come. And Prabhupada had written in the purport that unless one is free from sin, then they cannot fully understand Krishna. And use this verse, Tesham Tvantagatam Papam Jananam Punya Karmanam Te Dwanda Mohani Mukta Vijantimam Judad Vrataha. So one who is completely freed from sin in this life and the next, those persons can engage, dedicate their lives seriously in devotional service. And then he also explains about how, like Narada Muni, how he heard from the Bhakti Vedantas, and that by their association, he was able to engage in devotional service. So association is also very important for one to take up the process of devotional service. Then we move on to verse 3, and it talks about one who is has no faith. He cannot engage in devotional service, and faith is gained through association. So Srila Prabhupada, he kind of links it from the purport in verse 2, talking about association, Acharyavam Purusho Veda. So one gains association through the Acharya or the bona fide representative of Krishna, then their faith develops. So in this verse 3, then the purport says that faith is gained by association. So without association, then our faith in devotional service will not grow. So it's a very important note to take down. Very important statement that we should take down. So, and that faith that we have is developed through the practice of Krishna consciousness. So, after that, then kind of moves on, and then Krishna talks about his own personal opulences, how he is, he is manifesting this whole material creation. At the same time, he is aloof. Prabhupada uses this word aloof in the purport, that he is completely detached from it. And then he gave different examples. For instance, like the sun and the sunshine, how the sunshine is not the sun. Some people say like, oh, I'm sitting in the sun. They're at the beach or in their room and it's summer and they're sitting in the sun, but they're not sitting in the sun. They're just sitting in the sunshine. So there is a difference between the two. So Krishna is explaining that everything is resting in me, but I am not in them. Yeah, and there is a disparity between the two. So that is the essence of
20 seconds more.
12 verses of Bhagavad Gita. So yeah, I will stop there. Yeah. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
No, you have not reached number 12. Where were you?
Yeah, I mean, I took the main points of the Bhagavad Gita. I mean.
Okay, sorry. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for using your time judiciously. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So, what we are looking at the other 1 to 12 have to give their own before we give feedback to the 3 of them. Okay, so the seconds 1 to 12, because if we give feedback to this person now, other ones we quickly take notes, so we don't want to do that. Okay, let's go.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Have you been able to fix your screen now, Madam Tripura?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Because time is very, very precious to us here.
Yes, you can start now.
Okay. Okay, now I'm starting because your screen is shown. Start.
Yes. Chapter 9 of Bhagavad Gita is called Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga, or the most confidential knowledge, because it reveals the ultimate truth about the relationship between the individual and the soul, the Supreme Lord Krishna, and the path of, it leads to the path of liberation. Okay. Krishna is our treasure box. Once we get this treasure, we need nothing else. Krishna explains that this knowledge is the king of sciences, education, Rajavidya, and the king of secrets, Rajaguhya. As it is providing the deepest insights of devotional service, Bhakti Yoga, which surpasses all other paths like Jnana Yoga or Karma Yoga, this all. We can't receive this type of deeper knowledge about God and soul anywhere else in our present education system. Our soul is eternal, and its true nature is to connect with Krishna, because it makes us to understand the difference between the soul and the body. It is said when a seed is sown, tree does not appear right instant, right? It takes time for the seed to become a tree and to flower and to give fruits. Thus, even we in our life, we enjoy distress and pain that is in accordance to our past sinful activities. Krishna reveals that this secret, when we worship him, he takes away all kinds of sins in whatever form it is, as seed or whether it may be as fruit. The devotional service is considered the purest form of everything. Pavitram idam uttamam. Chanting the holy names Hare Krishna Mahamantra without offenses gives transcendental pleasure, and we become purified out of all the material contamination. We can't understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead by executing Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, or any other yoga independently. They make very little progress towards the Bhakti Marga. But when we come to the path of devotion and when we try to understand Krishna, it is very easy to understand him. By associating with great devotees, we will be elevated. Same as like how it was with Narada, like the story of Narada Muni. When he associated with the great devotees, he was able to get those qualities, and he was able to enhance in that path of devotion. There will be unlimited faults in everyone, but if we really want to get the blessings, we need to see beyond it to get the mercy of Krishna Prem. We should adopt this thing and joyfully perform devotional service or param dharma. I always love this statement from Srimad Bhagavatam: by giving water to the root of a tree, one satisfies its branches, twigs, and leaves by supplying, like as same as we supply food to our stomach, it gives energy to all our body and senses, right? So the same way, when we perform that, when we engage in the transcendental service of Supreme Personality of Godhead, we automatically satisfy all demigods and all other living entities. It is clearly stated that a faithless cannot accomplish the process of devotional service. Faith is one of the most important factors to progress in Krishna consciousness. So we should give up all other engagements and adopt Krishna Prema. If we are convinced with this philosophy of life, that is faith. Just as sunshine is spread all over the universe, the energy of Krishna is spread all over the universe, and everything rests in him. As how government is ruled by a chief and he is aloof of that, like each department indicates his energy. The essence of everything, like fragrance of flower, nectar of fruits, fire of digestion in the stomach, every essence is Krishna. The mystical power of Krishna is not understood with this material brain. The galaxies, the solar system, how it is arranged in a very systematical, wonderful way that has been revolving and rotating in the axis. Who is controlling all of this? Like, isn't it the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna? The mighty wind which is blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, as same as how we rest in our in the Krishna. The material and non-material, like a rock and butterfly, like the rock is non-material and the butterfly is material, like how everything is formed from him. Nothing is impossible to Krishna. We should never think him as an ordinary person. Krishna appeared as four hands form in front of Devaki and Vasudeva. Then upon their request, he became as an ordinary man. It is not easy for an ordinary man to adopt these kind of great features. This chapter unveils the Lord omnipresence. He is a ruler and sustainer of everything. The key thing is to accept that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and to surrender him. This is what the key factors from the verse 11 to 12. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. You make use of your time. Good. Okay. I hope you have taken notes. Our judges, I hope you have taken notes. I hope you people are writing down.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, please, you take notes. Okay, the third person is Mother Lakshmi.
Yes, Prabhuji. While presenting, my camera will be off, Prabhuji.
Why?
It will not support, Prabhu.
You mean you want to share the screen?
Yeah, I'll share the screen.
Okay, so because of that, your camera will be off.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Okay, it's all right. So we are going to start now. Once you share the screen, I will start. I will not start until you share the screen.
Okay, sure, Prabhu. 1 second.
You are using phone?
No, Prabhu, no.
Or your computer doesn't have camera?
Yeah, Prabhu. I don't have a problem with camera, but my iPad is not active.
Okay, iPad. Okay, it's okay. Please go ahead. Waiting to see the screen so that I can start.
Yes, Prabhu. 1 second.
Okay, let us time you. Let us see how many time it takes you to set up.
Can you see the screen, Prabhu?
Eh?
Can you see the screen?
We are not seeing the screen now. We are not seeing it. Because you try to on it, then you off it. Try again. Calm down so that you'll not be in tension, okay?
Yeah, Prabhu.
Because you have, number one, have to present first, so we wait for you. So we are timing you, okay?
Okay. I'll upload it.
Lakshmi sir, you can share it to me. I'll screen share it.
You can share it to one of your friends so that they can help you share it.
Oh yeah, sure, Prabhu.
Then you don't need to off your camera.
Okay, sure, Prabhu.
Share it to Mother Tripura.
Yes, I'm sharing, Prabhu.
Are you sweating?
Yes, Prabhu. Here there is no aircon here, Prabhu.
Oh, okay, sorry, don't sweat, eh? Calm down. No tension.
Here in this Zoom doesn't supporting my screen to present.
Share. Have you given to Mother Tripura?
Yeah, I've sent her, Prabhu.
Okay, Mother Tripura, please share for her so that she can peacefully present. Mother Tripura, you are the one we are waiting for now.
Yes, Prabhu. I think that file is not supporting. I could not open it. It's in a
not
Word document.
PPT.
It's a Word document.
It's not PPT.
PPT, Tripura, can you send me the your mail?
Send it to my WhatsApp. Let's see whether I can open it for you.
Okay, Prabhu.
Have you sent it?
Yes, Prabhu, I'm saying.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay. So I got it. I'm going to download it, then I will share it. Okay. Is that okay? Okay, so we got it. Now I'm going to share it for you. Are you ready? Are you ready now?
Yes, Prabhu, I'm ready.
Okay, so I'm going to start the timing again. So it took you almost 5 minutes to set up. So let's start again. Are you there?
Yeah, Prabhu, I'm there.
Ready?
Yes, Prabhu, I'm ready.
Ready? Go. Okay, now you can go.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for waiting. So here, Prabhu, can you
1 minute.
okay? Can you tap on the okay, Prabhu? Okay. We'll discuss about the most confidential knowledge of the chapter 9, verse from 1 to 12. So next slide for Prabhu. Next page. So here I'm about to discuss on the key teachings of the Krishna from chapter 9, verses from 1 to 13. So I'm summarized here in the 5 key teachings, that is Krishna's supremacy, faith and devotion, and how we'll misunderstand the Krishna's form, and how the power of Krishna's divine energy will act, and how the cyclic nature of creation works. So here is a Krishna's supremacy. So he's manifest his supreme divine nature as immanent and transcendental. So he's the cause of creation, he's the maintenance, and he's the destruction, even though he is unaffected. So he declares himself to the ultimate cause of sustainer of the universe. So pervading all the creation and remaining detached and unaffected. So he introduces the knowledge of Rajavidya, which is super wisdom, and Rajaguhya, which is supreme secret, as a part of his liberations and all, accessible only to those with the faith. Krishna explains that all the beings are within him, created and dissolved his will through Prakriti, which is the nature. But the deluded person is not able to realize his divinity and treats him as a human. So they get involved in fruitless endeavor and ignorance. Then let's go into the faith and devotion. So it is essential for us to understand Krishna and attaining the liberation. So it's possible to understand the Rajavidya or supreme knowledge and Rajaguhya or supreme secret. He also claims that faith is the qualification which is required to experience his divine glory, and which puts a person above the birth and death, which is in 9.3. Through his devotion alone one can be able to understand Krishna's and as being behind every sustenance, but remains aloof from it as untouched. Conversely, faithless and devout people are deceived by Maya, which is illusion, and cannot see a Krishna supremacy nature and trust him as a human being. In this way, the keys knows Krishna's divinity and finding spiritual fulfillment. Then how we misunderstood the Krishna's form. We misunderstood his true nature, have led people to perceive him wrong and be beloved by Maya or illusion, which do not have his real form as a supreme being as eternal. And therefore, in their ignorance, they see him as an ordinary man. These people do not have belief and knowledge that would help them realize Krishna's transcendental forms. So let's get into how the power of Krishna's divine energy, by which he creates, sustains, and dissolution or govern. He says that they are all born and sustained, absorbed back into his nature, which is cosmic cycle. And through pervading and sustaining the whole universe, Krishna is unattached and unaffected. So the whole Krishna unaffected, which is unaffected also. The Maya also deceives foolish entities, so they do not acknowledge his ultimate Godhead, which is the Lord. Thus 9.11 says that these beings deceived by Maya perceive as a mundane man, devoid of all his transcendental and omniscient qualities. So in way Krishna's Maya lets the universe work, it caused the remaining hidden from unbelieving and dim-witted humans. Then how cyclic nature of creation works. As an eternal process governed by his divine will, he states that at the end of each cosmic cycle, all beings merge into his unmanifest nature, which is Prakriti, and at the beginning of new cycle, he creates them. So it explained in 9.7 also. This process of creation and dissolution occurs repeatedly under his supervision. He is driven by the inherent laws of Prakriti. Krishna clarifies that while he oversees and sustains this cycle, he remains unattached and affected by it, demonstrating his transcendental nature, which is in 9.9 and 10. The cyclic process highlights the impermanence of material existence and Krishna's supremacy, supreme control over the cosmos. Next slide, please, Prabhu. So, how can we attain the Krishna? Once again, Prabhu. Through three ways we can attain the Krishna. Through faith and devotion, which led to the liberation, and through Krishna's transcendental nature, and we dilute of the materialistic. So here we can say in this section of points, significance of understanding Krishna's supremacy, nature, and the need for the faith and devotion. which is bhakti, we can lead into the bhakti to attain the Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. For being the first time, you need a clap. Well done.
Thank you,
Okay. You really impressed us for your first time, first presentation. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it, okay?
Prabhu. Thank you.
Okay, so now we have 5 minutes to give them feedback. So I'm going to pick some judges to give feedback. Mother Niharika, Mother Nikki, and Mother Shreya. 3 of you, you give back to these 3 presenters. Okay, let's make it quick. We have 5 minutes to do all this.
So each of us is going to like.
No. You have put down for the 3 presenters. Just quickly mention what you have observed. You were not concentrating on one person. I know that because I say we're going to judge all of them. So just quickly mention whatever you have put down for all of them.
Okay, Prabhu, I'll start.
Okay.
All right, so with Prabhu Chaitanya, it was entirely very well explained, and he also quoted a lot of Sanskrit verses from the verses in the chapter 9. And however, I would like to add for the ROI, or rooms for improvement. So I think it would be better if like he could get the essence of everything from chapters from verses 1 to 12, so that he can have more time management and so that he can explain the verses well. And for Mother Tripura, it was very well presented, and it was very well thought presentation and very nice presentation, and as well as she quoted from Shrimad Bhagavatam, and yeah, it was totally explained. However, for the good side, for the ROI, is going to be I think it's better for her to actually minimize the words that she's going to use, so that it's going to be a bit smoother and she's not going to sound like she's going to like running or catching the phrases that she wanted to say, because it sounded like she was catching it all up just to fit it all in 5 minutes. So it would be better, like in the next time, to practice the time and practice yourself before the class so that you can manage your time well. And with regards to Mother Lakshmi, I also want to congratulate you in your first time for presenting. It was really good and very nice presentation. And but the same goes with Mother Tripura. Just try to practice before the class, because that's how we do it. So we practice before the class so that we have some timer to, or like some rooms for improvement in our presentation. So that's all.
For the feedback also was nicely given. Thank you. So quickly, Mother Ashaya. Be
Hare
fast,
Krishna.
please.
Okay,
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. For Prabhu Chaitanya, I observed that he explained it very nicely and very well. It's just like he wasn't able to explain everything all together. So it would be nice if he could make a brief summary of all the chapter. For Mother Tripura, I sincerely appreciate her effort in giving examples, especially for those presentations that she have given. Room for improvement for her is I think she could make it more like briefed, so it would be easier for us to understand it as well. And then for Mother, how do you call it, Lakshmi, I was really like I'm very pleased with her performance because it's her first day today. So all in all, I gave them actually a score together at 98%. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for your Mother Nikki. You have 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay, for Prabhu Chaitanya, just summarize the verses assigned to you next time. Great presentation. For Mother Tripura, great visuals, well-explained verses, but I think the speed too could be better. If you could like slow down a little for us to understand everything you're saying. For Mother Lakshmi, I think the technical difficulties and the sharing difficulties were a little bit of a drag, but I think for your first time presenting, it's a good presentation. I just wish that you would also slow down so that we can digest everything you're saying, not because I think it was a little hasty. So that's it for also for Prabhu Chaitanya. I think I wanted to add here that he had a clear delivery and he has a really nice flow, quoted a lot of verses, but I wish he covered the other verses that wasn't mentioned because it's a summary, you know? So that's it, Prabhu.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate our feedbackers. How do you say it? I really, you people, you have done a good job. Just watch out, they are going to give you feedback also. It's a very nice game, actually. So it's very nice. So I really appreciate the presenters and those who gave feedback also. So actually, I'm impressed with your presentations. And although Chandra Prabhu, you see, you are in Australia, go and get a computer, you know. Okay. Go and grab one. Okay.
Yes, I'm going to buy one.
So that next time you can do your presentation and show us PowerPoint. It's very nice. It makes us to see what you are saying. Just like others, they have given you nice feedback. Just take note of whatever they have said and try to improve on that. Okay. So all in all, your presentation was wonderful. Thank you. And Mother Tripura, you know, I'm very, very impressed. You are making more and more advanced every day in terms of your presentation. You are improving greatly. I remember in the beginning, you are faster than today. So it means that you are making conscious efforts to slow down, which is very good. And the more you practice on it, the more you will get better in it. That is one thing about public, when you are doing presentation, you know, public speaking. The more you practice in this kind of small groups, the more you develop, you build your courage, and you'll be surprised. Time will come in the future, you have to be speaking to 500, 1,000 people, 1,000 people, and you'll be very, very happy to do that. Okay, because you practice from these small groups. You know, public speakers, they practice on mirror. They speak to themselves in the mirror. You see, so now you have a live audience you are speaking to. So the more you practice, the more you. Same thing also, Mother Lakshmi. Wonderful, like I say, bravo. You know, first time, and was very nice. Okay, and actually, one of the things I'm testing in terms of this presentation is your understanding level also. So I'm very happy that the understanding was okay. But just like others are giving you also their feedback, don't try to say so many things in 5 minutes. Okay, because 5 minutes is never enough. Even if I give you 1 hour also, it will not be enough. The secret of presentation is that whatever you can speak in 3 minutes, you can say it in 3 hours. Okay. So five minutes is more than enough to test your public speaking. You see? So whatever you are going to say, one thing that you should have, now I'm speaking generally now, one thing you should have at the back of your mind is that I have only 5 minutes. I'm going to give the best of myself in 5 minutes. We're not expecting you to give the whole Bhagavad Gita class in 5 minutes. No. Give the best in that 5 minutes. And leave like 30 seconds. Always leave 30 seconds to run out by itself. Not that you are rushing at the end. Okay? So if we practice like this again, just like Mother Nyarika said, you have to practice before the class again and again, then you can time yourself. Then you know that you are ready. Because if you practice before the class, then you know how much minutes you have to give your presentation based on what you have jotted down. Then you can adjust yourself, you can adjust your timing, you can adjust whatever you are going to say to fit in with that time. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your confidence and your mode of presentation. And we see you in chapter 10. We see you next in your chapter 10 presentation. Hare Krishna. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, now we have to face those in chapter, what is the one? Please come out. You know yourself. Come out. I don't need to say it. Mention your name. Let us start immediately without wasting so much time. Those in second group, come out.
Sorry. Me and Mother Angel Prabhuji.
Yes, okay. Who want to start first? Please go ahead. And you know that you already give feedback to others, so they are going to listen to you very attentively and feed you back. So,
This?
okay, so let's start.
Okay, give me a minute.
So please, everyone, listen attentively and take note. I can call anyone, apart from those who are presenting, to give feedback. I can call anyone. Okay, so let's continue. So you have to take notes, take your pen and paper and start. Okay, so your time starts now because you already share your screen.
Uh-oh. It's not there. Oh, no sound.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Sorry for my voice. I just recovered from being sick. Sorry. So today we're discussing the key teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, which reveals Krishna's divine natures and the essence of pure devotions. So let's break it down. What's going on? Why it's not moving? Tripura?
Just click enter.
Here you go. Okay. So, who is Mahatma? So, Mahatmas or great souls are under the shelters of the divine energies, free from the material influence. They're fully devoted to Krishna, recognizing him as the supreme personality of Godhead. Their devotion grows through the associations with other pure devotees, and they focus solely on Krishna, avoiding even his other forms like Mahavishnu. So, I wanted to give an example in the Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.2. The example is Prahlad Maharaj, despite of being born in a demoniac family, he remained a pure devotee, constantly meditating on the Lord Narayana. Okay, next. What do Mahatmas do? They constantly chant on Krishna's glories, meditate on his qualities, and serve him with unshakable determinations. They observe rules like Ekadashi and honor his appearance days, all to deepen their connections with him. Importantly, devotional service is simply joyful and open to everyone, regardless of their background. So I wanted to also give examples in the how do you call it, Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.11. The examples is the residents of Vrindavana, they always sings and glorify Krishna's pastimes, whether as a child or during his divine leelas with the gopis. What are the other forms of worships? Some people worship Krishna through knowledge, seeing him as one supreme, as the universal form. Others will worship demigods or imagined forms. These forms of worship are less effective compared to direct worship of Krishna. And then Krishna and sacrifices. Krishna is the essence of all sacrifices and rituals. He is the mantra and the fire and offering of everything. He is also the father and mother, sustainer, and the purifier of all beings. The Vedic syllables presented him, as do the Vedas themselves. Krishna as the ultimate refuge. Krishna is our ultimate shelter and our friend. He is the goal and the witness of everything, and imperishable seed of all existence. Now let's move to the summary of verse 19.23. Krishna controls the phenomena like rain, heat, life, and death. Everything in creations operates under his energy. People who perform sacrifices for heavenly pleasures may ascend to higher planets, but these temporary. Once their merits are exhausted, they return to the cycles of birth and death. Devotees who worship Krishnas with unwavering faith and personally protected and provided for him, and then worship of the demigods is indirect and less effective compared to the direct devotions to Krishna, as he is the ultimate source of everything. So my takeaway overall is Krishna teaches us in this verse that real spiritual progress lies in the surrendering to Him and practicing pure devotions, while material pursuits and demigods worship offer temporary benefits. Only devotions to Krishna leads to our internal liberations and bliss. Krishna is not just a controller, but also the ultimate refuge for every soul. I also wanted to add example of this verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes. 3.9.11 example, the king to perform numerous yagna sacrifices, recognizing Krishna as the ultimate recipient of all offerings. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Okay, Mother Angel, it's your turn.
Yeah,
You
Prabhu,
have the platform.
I don't have any to share. I just want to speak.
You don't have PowerPoint?
No, I don't have Prabhu right now. I don't know.
Okay, it's all right. So let's start.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, I start. So I start, my part is starting to 15. It's talk about the Mahatma. What Mahatma is the great soul. Okay, so the great soul is, he is fully detached to the material things and he don't have any material desires. He is a pure devotee of the Lord and he's not impersonalist. And this great soul is actually, he only worship the person, the supreme personality of God, Sri Krishna, and he has no doubt about the supremacy of the Lord. Okay, and about verse 16, it talk about people. I mean, about us that who engage in rendering service to the Lord. He must follow the Vedic sacrifices. Okay, so but Vedic sacrifices it different ways, but it's not an ordinary performance. But I believe in this age of Kali, the only way and recommended is the Sankirtana Yagna sacrifices, the chanting and hearing, Harinam Sankirtan, distribution books, and I believe this is the best type of sacrifices is to chant the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So, and verse 17 to 19, it's talk about Krishna to make us understand that he is the creator of everything and all living beings, including the demigods. He is under the will of him, that he created us, and the supreme truth exists outside and inside, that he is the absolute truth, Satyam Param. Okay, without Lord Krishna, we are nothing, because he give us a life that we have to, he give us a life what we have right now. Okay, because of him, we should be very thankful of him. So in verse 20, it's talk about, yeah, there are so many great scholars of the Vedas, but they do not know actually the ultimate purpose of studying the Vedas. But actually, the purpose of studying the Vedas is to know the real purpose of studying the Vedas is to understand Krishna, our relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so to achieve highest perfection and to love of God, and to how to perform our duty in this material world and spiritually. And yeah, and verse 21 and 23 actually is talk about those people who promoted the heavenly planets. There are that people who promoted the heavenly planet, who worship the demigods, they are very less intelligent people, because they worship the demigods that the prerogative of that worshiping is temporary, and they will return again in this material world. because the only world that free us from all miseries is only the abode of Krishna, which is the abode of Krishna is there's no sick, diseases, all, and in the abode of Krishna is that full of happiness. Okay, so only less intelligent people worship the demigods. So and we should also know that demigod is they are also they are also a part of parcel of the Lord. That the demigods they are not able to liberate the body because they are also under the will of the Lord. Okay, because only Krishna we can free us from the miseries because he created us. He is the proprietor of everything in this world. He is the benefactor, well wishers. He is the supreme lord of all planets and demigods. That's it, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for your presentation. So now we are going to give them feedback. So Prabhu Chaitanya, Mother Lakshmi, and Mother Tripura. So you three, you'll give the feedback. You have 5 minutes to give feedback.
Okay, Prabhuji, Mata Ashreya, I like the way the Mata said that how we need to do the activities in the real life rather than in the real life. And she explained very well through the Bhagavad Gita, and Mata used the pics and all like so intuitively nice. It's what the PPT was so nice and clean. It's easy to understand without the explanation also. So I like the Ashray Mata's one. And about the Angel Mata, I like the cleanliness, the way she explains the thing, the verses, whole verses she completed and clearly explains. So nothing to improvise anything. I guess it's all right. It's good.
Okay. The second person. You have not finished. On Angel. Lakshmi Mata, are you hearing me?
Yeah, Prabhu. I've said about the Angel Mata.
Okay, I didn't hear that. I was just hearing. Okay, it's okay. Okay, Prabhu Chaitanya, please go ahead. Thank you. Unmute yourself, Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, Mother Ashrai's introduction was very good. She introduced the topic in a very interesting way. And her presentation was also, it was very interactive. I felt like that the listeners could really, absorb what she was speaking about through her presentation.
You're not allowed to react, okay?
Huh?
Save your reaction now. No, I'm telling Mother Ashraya.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead.
So one point of advice is that in the middle of her presentation, she would say, and then, or where are we now? Okay. So that kind of,
I hope you are writing down. You should write down.
The listeners will lose concentration, or they'll become, you lose the attention of the listeners if you have these words like, and then, or where are we, like this. So that was just my tip.
Room for improvement.
Yeah, room for improvement, right? Room for improvement. Okay. So Mother Angel, I really enjoyed her presentation. It seemed like she really just spoke from her heart. Like she didn't really like write down everything and then just reading from the book. She was really just speaking what she understood, which was really nice. I really liked how she talked about the Sankirtan Yagya and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So it's really nice because that's the essence of, everything, essence of Krishna consciousness, of devotional service. So I really appreciated that also. And what could I say? Room for improvement. I mean, I think, of course, if you have a presentation, then it's much more easier for people to pay attention or to really understand what's going on in the presentation. But I thought Mother Angel did a really good job. Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Yes, Mother Tripura, where are you? Are you hiding there? Okay, go ahead. We're not hearing you. Your voice is slow. What is going on? Oh, Mother Tripura, sorry, time is against us. Thank you very much. Next time, okay? So thank you very much. Thank you for the feedback and thank you for the presentation. So please take note of what they have sincerely told you about what we have done well. That is your strength and room for improvement. Take note of that so that in your next presentation, you can do well in chapter 10. I believe in this kind of presentation because I know it helps the devotee to deepen their understanding in the book. You really have to study the book and put things together. So you are really actively involved in the study of the Gita. So it's very, very important. So I'm very, very impressed with how you are, really understanding the scripture and trying to present it to others. It's not easy, but you are really doing your best. So I really appreciate that. So please, the room of improvement that they are giving to you, please take note of it in your next presentation. I want to see that you are really improved on that aspect. Okay, thank you very much. Now we have the final one, Mother Niharika and Mother Nikki. So who is going to go first? Ni square. Who want to
go first, Prabhu, because we want to save the best for last. Let's save Mother Niharika for last.
So please, everyone, be attentive and take note because I can call anyone. Because I've called you before doesn't mean that I cannot call you again. Okay, so anyone can give feedback. So be ready and attentive. Let's go.
Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. Okay, I'll start. Hare Krishna, my presentation for tonight is a summary of verses 24 to 34 of chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So let's get going. Let's skip text 24 for now. Let's go straight to text 25, where we learn that you go to whatever or whoever you worship. So if you worship the demigods, you will take birth among the demigods. If you worship the ancestors, you go to them. If you worship spirits and ghosts, then you will take birth among such beings. But if you worship Krishna with pure unalloyed devotion, then you will live with him in his abode eternally. But the thing is, with pure unalloyed devotion, it's a very hard commitment. That is why Krishna gives us an opportunity to engage in devotional service through a different method, which is through offering to him. Okay, so offer leaf, flower, fruit, or water to Krishna. And you have to offer it with love and devotion. Without that, Krishna wouldn't really accept it. So with love and devotion, okay? So whatever you do, eat, offer, or give away, or austerities performed, you need to offer these things to Krishna. So why is it that offering to Krishna is being highlighted here? It's because there's a basis for that. Why, right? So we go back to text 24. Krishna is the only enjoyer. He is the supreme enjoyer. Remember, Purusham, and the master of all sacrifices. So take note of chapter 5, text 29. Krishna is the ultimate beneficiary of sacrifices, penances, and austerities. Okay? And also, in the purport of text 24, remember how Srila Prabhupada made mention of why is it important that we worship Krishna directly by giving an analogy of if you want to water a plant or a tree, you water its roots. Because if you do that, you automatically nourish the whole tree, the branches, the fruits, the leaves. So just like Krishna, similarly, if you worship him, the demigods and other living entities, they are satisfied as well. Okay? So lastly, offering to Krishna everything around you, it frees you from the bondage of working for the results, whether the result would be auspicious or inauspicious. It liberates you. That is why in this particular verse, we mentioned the concept of yukta vairagya, or the proper renunciation, whereas everything you see around you and everything you do can be used as a service to Krishna as long as it falls in line within the 4 regulative principles. Okay, let's carry on. Krishna, according to him, he is equal to all. He envies no one and is not partial to anyone except his devotees, whom he considers his friend. So if you are a devotee of Krishna, then you are very special to him. That is why I have here an illustration of devotees. You can look at that. So if you are engaged in devotional service, even if you commit the most abominable actions there is, you are saintly according to Krishna because you are properly situated in your determination. And the verse connected to this is really like text 14 of chapter 9. And because you're determined, you quickly become righteous and attains lasting peace, and you never perish. Meaning, what Krishna meant here is your spiritual practice. It never spoils because you're already on the right track while committing or engaging in pure devotional service. So we have to remember that we shouldn't misconstrue text 30, okay? This is a guidance made by Krishna to pure devotees only. It is not meant for lowly devotees who wants to commit nonsensical shenanigans in their practice. Okay? So as we all know, pure devotional service, it is a purificatory process. So even if you accidentally fall down, you are still considered saintly because you are chanting the holy names of the Lord. You have established Krishna in your heart already, so you don't need to atone. You're already on the right path. Okay, so let's move on. Who is qualified to become a devotee of Krishna? So Krishna said that anyone who takes shelter in him can become his devotees. Even those of lower birth, like women, Vaishyas, and Sudras, they can attain liberation, they can attain perfection. What more are those righteous Brahmanas, devotees, and saintly kings? Okay, so anyone can really become a devotee of Krishna as long as you have the two qualities that Srila Prabhupada had mentioned before, sincerity and steadiness. Okay? So just a conclusion, everything is really perfectly encapsulated in text 34 of chapter 9, that if you engage your mind always in thinking of Krishna, you become his devotee, you offer your obeisances to him, you worship him, and being completely absorbed in Krishna, surely you will come to him. So there's no need for elaboration, there's no need to belabor. That is such a perfect conclusion for the whole chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge, right? So yeah, I hope you learned something from my presentation. Thank you for listening. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu Kavi, we cannot hear you.
Thank you very much. Sorry. Thank you for not taking note of that. So thank you very much, Madaniki, for making proper use of your time and concluding properly. Thank you. So let's continue. Mother Nyarika, are you ready?
Yes, Prabhu.
So once you share it, I will start my clock.
Okay, Prabhu. 1 second. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
All right, so first of all, I offer my obeisances to all of the gurus, and I offer my obeisances to my Shiksha Guru. If not with him, I would not be here. So I'm going to start. So 1 second, here we go. So we're going to talk about Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge. And that's going to be the verses from 24 to 34. And we have Prabhu Kavi Karnapura Dasa as our instructor and me, your servant Nyarika, as the presenter. Okay, so for this chapter, for these verses, actually, I have come into conclusion that it was run down. Like there's only one word that I could think of, and that word is absorbed. So, however, it's not going to be just one word. So we are going to dissect each of the letter, not each, but some of the letters in this word. So we're gonna start with letter A. So letter A is standing for accept. So Shri Krishna in verse 26, he said that whatever you offer him, be it a leaf, flower, fruits, or water, he will always accept it as long as you offer it with love and devotion. And then he also said that in letter B, we have the be in constant thoughts of me. So Shri Krishna always said that be in always constant thought with him, so that he will surely take care of you if he is going, or if you are always in constant thought with of Shri Krishna. And then one more word that struck with me when I was reading these verses was the word surrender, for letter S. So Shri Krishna was keeping on asking, or I mean, keeping on telling us to actually surrender everything to him, because he will take care of us in every step of the way. And then he also said in verse 34 to actually offer obeisances to Sri Krishna, wherever he may be, or wherever you see Sri Krishna's forms or his words or the scriptures, you offer obeisances to it, because Krishna and his words are not different. And then we have the word for letter R, which is reciprocate. So here we say like reciprocate. So Shri Krishna said that however you worship me, be it directly or indirectly, is going to be, he's going to give you a reward for it. So let's say, for example, you're going to worship your, the demigods, then that means you're going to be rewarded to go to the demigods planets. And then if you're going to worship the ghostly beings, then you're going to take birth in the ghostly beings planet, or in their here in the in the upper astral parts of our planet. So, and we have like, if we're going to worship your ancestors, then you're going to actually go to Pitraloka because you're worshiping them. So that's how he's going to reward you, according to how you are going to serve him or devote your life to him. But the most important thing is we have BED, and this is one of the most essence, or the essence of these verses, and that is to become a devotee of Sri Krishna. Because if you become a devotee of Sri Krishna, then surely you are going to attain Sri Krishna in no question at all. So, and with the conclusion for this part, so it's similar to Mother Nikki earlier. So we did not talk about it. So here is the conclusion. It's written all over the verses, verse 34. So engage your mind, always thinking of me, become my devotee, offer obeisances to me, and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. So that is for these verses, 24 to 34. And that is for my presentation. Do you have any questions for me? Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Actually, we don't have any question now, and we are far behind the time of our IDC. So, so those who have taken down the feedbacks, see you tomorrow. You are going to give feedback to Mother Nikki and Mother Nyarika tomorrow, because you have written down. So surely, I know you have written it down. I asked you to write down. So tomorrow you are going to give feedback. I hope. Yeah, Mother Nikki, Nyarika, I hope you are not offended. Tomorrow we continue. Is that okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you're going to prolong our anguish?
Yes, prolong our agony.
Yes. So no. You are good. You are good. I'm very sure. So thank you very much. We have to go now. Bye. See you in another class if you are there. Hare Krishna.